Over the weekend, I went out on my bike for my exercise and cycled around the borough, went through all of our main town centres and also visited some of our parks as well. And I have to say I was impressed by what I saw. The vast majority of people were all following the social distancing rules, and there were really just a couple of isolated incidents where people weren't following the rules. And also it was clear that the majority of you were actually staying at home. And obviously that's going to help us as we try to come out of this crisis and help ensure that there isn't a second wave of coronavirus. So we've opened up our golf courses and our tennis courts, and you can use them with members of your own household, and you can also use them with one other person not of your own household, and you have to maintain the 2-metre social distancing rules. You can also meet people from another household, one person, in our parks and green spaces or in the street, again if you maintain that 2-metre social distance. You will have noticed that we've opened or reopened our household waste and recycling centres at Greenford and Acton. Unfortunately, we've had some very, very long queues, people waiting for over 4 hours. So I'd plead with you to just hold back a little bit and wait until it settles down. Keep your rubbish and things that you've been storing for a little bit longer, and hopefully the queues will go and everybody can use the recycling centres as and when they need to going forward. Also, I wanted to just say this week's Mental Health Awareness Week, and obviously loneliness is difficult at the best of times, but in this COVID crisis, I think it's even worse. So if you know of a friend who's elderly, isolating on their own, or you have a neighbour who's elderly and vulnerable and on their own, give them a call on the telephone or make contact virtually through Skype or whatever virtual means of communication that you've got and that they understand. The old telephone is probably the best way to do it. We can only come through this crisis if we work and stay together. So please reach out to others and help them, especially those who are on their own, and support each other. And let's continue to follow the advice to stay at home as much as possible. And by doing that, we're definitely going to save lives.